Good evening, everyone. I'm Sumit. I'm from Kolkata, and I was here for the 3-week program of Ganesh Babu sir. In my office, we had a very simple policy. It's a small startup. Office strength is around 20, and our CEO has a very simple policy. He says, take ownership for what you're doing. गलती अगर आपके टीम में किसी ने भी किया है, गलती आप ही का है. So it's a small IT startup. So we have a lot of dependencies. क्या होता है, somebody has to do something and my job is dependent on when he will complete, so I will build upon his work. And if sometimes we tend to get casual and let him complete at his own time, let him take more time, then I will do it when I get the ease. So just work starts piling up. And our CEO would often tell us, if you haven't been able to complete it in time, even if he didn't do it, but you're dependent on him, it was your job to get it done by him. You haven't taken ownership for that, and that is where the simple things that taking ownership of what we are doing for our own actions, that is where the real concept of leadership, as I would say, builds up. As Ganesh sir tells it so eloquently, leadership is the ability to influence and inspire others so that their subordinates would do their job on their own with enthusiasm and without being forced to do it. So I think one of the most basic things which everybody of us understands by now is that leadership starts with ourselves. If we are convinced that we have the capability, the skills, the mindset to lead others into battle, especially, then because of the Indian soldier is so loyal that he will follow his leader anywhere he's asked to. He will not raise a question. He will not ask for food, water, shelter, anything, but he will follow his officer anywhere he's taking to. So as a potential prospective officers of the Indian Armed Forces, I think we must ask ourselves, are we ready to lead such a patriotic, loyal body of men who will follow us to death without questioning any decision that we take? Are we ready to accept that responsibility for a battalion, for a company, whoever, even if it's a section of 7 men? Are we ready to do that? And then we will find the gaps within ourselves, that why should my men trust me? Why should my men trust me with their lives? Family men with why should I offend them? And if you have watched the movie 300, there's this general, Themistocles, he says that every wife that is widowed and every child that is orphaned, this is the burden of my command. These are my choices. And that is the thing, I think, if we can ingrain it on ourselves, we understand that we are responsible for every choice that we make. We will become good leaders, and that is what Ganesh tries to tell us from the day one itself. A lot of us, I have known, I have talked to some of you here, and I have known a lot of you to have certain kind of expectations when we come here. That we have paid a certain amount of fee and whatever, and that Ganesh will imbibe us with certain concepts, tips or tricks or whatever we call it, that will help us to get recommended, clear the SSB. I don't think that's the case, because the first day itself, what Ganesh calls is gap analysis workshop. The first thing I think he does is shift the entire responsibility of change or whatever the personal management is to the candidate himself. Because as Ganesh sir says in jokingly कि आपके लिए मैं 3 lecturate करके आऊँगा, आपका जी के अच्छा हो गया. So that is obviously not going to happen. We understand that. The thing is that he is trying to shift the responsibility, make us understand that whatever we do, whatever because we have the freedom of choice. In psychology, we are given this thick bundle of blank sheets. Whatever we write, these are our own choices. Nobody can tell us what to do. Come on, we are going to lead a body of men into battle. We are not going to accept something from from somebody else. We have to make our own decisions, take ownership from them. If after an operation, let's say, we have to come back and we are asked to debrief, we should be able to explain at each and every point, no matter how much stress we were under, why we took that decision. Because I have a body of men leading me. I am leading a body of men, and I am answerable for their lives, and not just for myself. And especially more so because I am working in the corporate world at a fairly senior managerial role for my age. I lead teams with people who are even 45 or 50 years old. And over there, it's quite a challenge because there's often a lot of ego clashes. People don't like to take, advice from me or whatever it is. But over here, it's very different because here it's a matter of life and death. It's a matter of national security. One mistake can cost the nation a lot of humiliation. And we want to avoid that kind of thing. So we must ask ourselves how we want to get recommended, by a fluke or, like I will tell you my own experience when for the NDA entry, when I first went to my conference. I was, my feet were shaking. I was made to wait for 10 minutes. My feet were shaking. Somebody called me out from behind. I looked behind, he was a major. He said, "What the hell are you doing? Chest number 4, stand straight." My feet were shaking. I was so nervous. And then he, kind of told me that it will be all okay, you just move in and everything will be fine. And I did that, and I walked in confidently. But I saw this like body of officers, everyone dressed and in uniform, and I was just again very nervous. I barely sat down. I was very ready to sit down because my feet were shaking. And once I sat down, I realized that if there's this huge, all these people, all these senior officers who are here spending wasting their time, just whatever, be it even a minute for me, then probably what I am doing here is fairly important. That was when for the first time I realized the gravity of what I was doing, because up till then I was taking it as a game. I sailed through the GTO tasks or whatever I did, psychology, I took it as all as a game, because when I met my friends, whomever I was going to appear the exams with at the railway station, I was shocked because they were all talking, all that cantilever language. So, and I was just, fairly out of high school. I didn't know anything about the SSB. मेरे को बस पता था कि इंडिया जाना है. I cleared my written exams, SSB के लिए चला गया. And over there I was sure कि यार इनके साथ तो I cannot compete, because they seemed so, coached and trained and I should say polished. But then whatever happened, and actually after the results came out, the technical officer of the board came out and he gave his, whatever message he has. He tells you to, all that examples he cites of Dr. Kalam and everybody, and tells you to be lively, liveliness is the ability to bounce back and everything. So when he tells that, and then he announces the results, and because by then, for having spent 5 days with everyone in the group, we are aware who is, the right kind of guy, who is probably kind of a better fit for the armed forces than the other people. And then we realize that the system is not an easy thing to fool, because we know who got recommended, they probably had something different, something extra than which we did not have, the conference out guys. So I am taking a long time, I don't want to hold you long. So I'll just say that, the next time whenever we go, I know that you all will be ready. And I've made such wonderful friends here. I'm also very obviously thankful to Ganesh sir, Samadhan sir and Samir sir for their very valuable inputs. And it was a kind of roller coaster period for me, because so many new revelations about myself and everything, and also made such good friends, had a great time with them. So at the end of the 3 weeks I'm going back today, I'm kind of in a little, so to say, depressed mood right now, because I don't want to leave this place. It's been such a positive place for me over the last 3 weeks. But I have to, and I hope whenever my next SSB is, I'll be much more prepared, that much more aware, and hopefully capable to take on whatever challenges the board throws at me. Thank you very much.